Palace kicked off their pre-season campaign in Austria against GAK Graz, having endured a gruelling week in the mountains getting fit for the new season. Any signs of tiredness though weren't evident to the travelling Eagles fans who'd made the long trip from South London, and they were celebrating the first goal of the game after just 5 minutes. Jerome Thomas's cross was headed back across goal by Scott Dan, and it eventually fell for Joe Ledley to lash home, and his shot was adjudged to have crossed the line by the referee to make it 1-0. That lead was doubled on 12 minutes when Yannick Bolasie provided some magic in the box that led to a penalty, which he insisted on taking and coolly converted. Six minutes later and it was effectively game over when the visitors grabbed a third. A long pump by Wayne Hennessy led to a neat 1-2 between Glenn Murray and Dwight Gale, which led to the former burying the ball emphatically into the bottom corner. Palace were constantly looking for more goals and made it 4-0 10 minutes before the break when Ledley played the ball into the unmarked Murray's path, who once again drilled the ball past the helpless Graz goalkeeper. A minute before the interval, Thomas showed some great skill to beat two defenders before racing towards goal and found the back of the net to complete a fine individual finish. The half-time whistle was blown soon after, and Tony Pulis decided to shuffle his pack and change his entire starting lineup to ensure that all the players got a valuable 45 minutes under their belts early in the pre-season campaign. However, it was the hosts who found themselves onto the score sheet first in the second half, when Laurent Sacha headed home from close range to send the home fans into raptures. But normal service was resumed 3 minutes later as Palace restored their 5-goal lead. Stephen Dobbie found himself with the ball on the left flank, and he jinked inside before finishing with aplomb. That was to be the start of an incredible few minutes for the Scot, as 4 minutes later he completed his brace when Marouane Chamakh pounced on a tame goal kick to give Dobbie the chance to skip past some weak defending and slam the ball into the net. And he completed a 5-minute hat-trick when some quick thinking from a free kick by Hiram Boateng and more defensive mishaps allowed the man who spent most of last season on loan at Blackpool the opportunity to tuck the ball home to make it a quick-fire treble. That made things 8-0 with over 20 minutes still to play, and there was soon to be a nice moment for teenage winger Jake Gray. He was played in once more behind the defence and stroked the ball home to register his first ever goal for the Palace first team. Double figures were brought up on 76 minutes when Dobbie released Chamakh, who managed to add his name to an ever-growing list of goal scorers on the evening as time and time again Palace got in behind Graz's backline. Jack Hunt was making his first Eagles appearance after an injury-hit first season at the club, and he turned provider for the Eagles' 11th of the game as Dobbie latched onto the fullback's long ball to unselfishly tee up Johnny Williams, who had the simplest of tap-ins. But Dobbie did get his fourth of the game when he raced onto another lofted pass from the flank, and brimming with confidence he dispatched the ball into the goal with style. And in the final minute it was to be lucky number 13 for Palace, when in a carbon copy of his first goal Williams was set up via a low centre by Dobbie to wrap up an impressive victory for the Eagles in their first outing of pre-season. Next up is 3 friendly games in the USA, and with 13 goals chalked up already, the Eagles have started to shine already a month before the Premier League season gets underway.